Hello everyone, I'm praying for your good health. So today I will discuss about resonance in series RLC circuit. So myself Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department, GKCM JIS Group, and my mail ID is santanu.uyt@gmail.com and santanu.noskar_gkcm@jisgroup.org, and this is my Facebook page, Being Electrify with Santanu. You can get all the lecture in my Facebook page and also in my YouTube channel. So before starting this lecture, I want to share with you something that was told by famous scientist C.V. Raman, that you can't always choose who comes into your life, but you can learn what lesson they teach you. So let's talk about your syllabus. The name of the subject is Electrical Circuit and Network, semester 3rd. Course code EE/S3-CTN. CTN means Circuit Theory and Network. So there are 3 hours lecture per week, 1 hour tutorial per week, and 2 hours practical per week. So about this objective I have already discussed in my previous lecture. About this content, there are 7 content already I have covered. Unit 1, and about this unit 2 I have already covered study of J operator, concept of complex impedance, series AC circuit, and today I will discuss about series resonance, effect of varying inductance and capacitance in series RLC circuits, selectivity, Q factor, bandwidth, half power, frequencies, and about some numerical. So let's start. So let us talk about what is resonance in RLC circuit. So consider a RLC circuit in which resistor, inductor and capacitor are connected in series across a voltage supply. This series RLC circuit has a distinguishing property of resonating at a specific frequency called resonant frequency. In this circuit containing inductor, capacitor, the energy is stored in two different ways. Number 1, when a current flows in an inductor, energy gets stored in magnetic field. Number 2, when a capacitor is charged, energy gets stored in static electric field. So the magnetic field in the inductor is built by the current which is provided by the discharging capacitor. Similarly, the capacitor is charged by the current produced by collapsing magnetic field of inductor, and this process continues on and on, causing electrical energy to oscillate between the magnetic field and the electric field. In some cases, at certain frequency called resonant frequency, the inductive reactance of the circuit becomes equal to capacitive reactance, which causes the electrical energy to oscillate between the electric field of the capacitor and magnetic field of the inductor. These form a harmonic oscillator for current. In RLC circuit, the presence of resistor causes this oscillation to die out over period of time and is called damping effect of resistor. Now I will discuss about variation in inductive reactance and capacitive reactance with frequency. So first, variation of inductive reactance versus frequency. So we know that inductive reactance XL equals to 2 pi FL, means inductive reactance is directly proportional to frequency, which means XL is proportional to frequency. Okay, when the frequency is 0, or in case of DC, inductive reactance is also 0. The circuit acts as a short circuit. But when frequency increases, inductive reactance also increases. At infinite frequency, inductive reactance become infinity and circuit behaves as open circuit. It means that when frequency increases, inductive reactance also increases, and when frequency decreases, inductive reactance also decreases. So if we plot a graph between inductive reactance and frequency, it is a straight line linear curve passing through the origin as shown in this figure. So let us talk about variation of capacitive reactance versus frequency. So it is clear from the formula of capacitive reactance Xc equals to 1 by 2 pi FL. This is sorry, 1 by 2 phi fc, this is C. Okay, so it formula gives us the idea that frequency and capacitive reactance are inversely proportional to each other, because xc equals to 1 by 2 phi fc. Okay, so in case of DC, or when frequency is 0, capacitive reactance becomes infinity and circuit behaves as open circuit, and when frequency increases and becomes infinity, so capacitive reactance decreases and becomes 0 at infinite frequency. At that point the circuit acts as short circuit, so the capacitive reactance increases with decrease in frequency. And if we plot a graph between capacitive reactance and frequency, it is an hyperbolic curve, which is shown in this figure. Now I will discuss the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance versus frequency together. So from the earlier discussion, it can be concluded that the inductive reactance is directly proportional to frequency and capacitive reactance is inversely proportional to frequency. At low frequency, XL is low and XC is high, but there must be a frequency where the value of inductive reactance become equal to capacitive reactance. Now if we plot a single graph of inductive reactance versus frequency and capacitive reactance versus frequency, then there must occur a point where these two graphs cut each other. I am talking about this point. In this point the two graphs cut each other. So at that point of intersection, the inductive and capacitive reactance becomes equal, and the frequency at which these two reactants become equal is called resonant frequency Fr. Okay, so now the idea of resonance frequency Fr is clear. So at resonance frequency XL equals to XC, so XL equals to 2 pi FL and XC equals to 1 by 2 pi FC. Because of XL equals to XC, so we can write 2 pi FL equals to 1 by 2 pi FC. So at resonance F equals to Fr, we can say, and on solving above equation we get 1 by 2 pi root over LC equals to Fr in Hertz. Now I will discuss about variation of impedance versus frequency. So look at this picture. At resonance in series RLC circuit, two reactants becomes equal and cancel each other. So in resonant series RLC circuit, the opposition to the flow of current is due to resistance only. At resonance, the total impedance of series RLC circuit equals to resistance, which is mean Z equals to R. Look at this picture. So impedance has only real part but no imaginary part, and this impedance at resonant frequency is called dynamic impedance, and this dynamic impedance is always less than impedance of series RLC circuit. So before series resonance frequency Fr, capacitive reactance dominates, and after resonance inductive reactance dominate, and at resonance the circuit acts purely as resistive circuit, causing a large amount of current to circulate through the circuit. Look at this picture. In capacitive, XC greater than XL, in nature and inductive, XL greater than XC, and this point is dynamic impedance. Okay, now what is resonant current? So in series RLC circuit, the total voltage is the phasor sum of voltage across resistor, inductor and capacitor. At resonance in series RLC circuit, both inductive and capacitive reactance cancel each other, and we know that in series circuit the current flowing through all the elements is same. So the voltage across inductor and capacitor is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, and thereby they cancel each other. So in a series resonance circuit, voltage across resistor is equals to the supply voltage V. That's, we can say V equals to VR. And in series RLC circuit, current I equals to V by Z, but at resonant current I equals to V by R. Therefore, the current at resonance frequency is maximum as at resonance in impedance of circuit is resistance only and is minimum. So this graph shows the plot between circuit current and frequency at starting. When the frequency increases, the impedance ZC decreases and hence the circuit current increases. After some time, frequency become equals to resonant frequency. At that point, inductive reactance becomes equals to the capacitive reactance and the impedance of circuit reduce and is equals to circuit resistance only. So at this point the circuit current becomes maximum, which is I equals to V by R. I am talking about this point. Okay, so when the frequency is further increased, ZL increase, and with increase in ZL the circuit current reduce and then current drop finally 0. Very simple graph. First the current increase, then the current decrease. Okay, and then the current drops finally to 0 as frequency become infinite. So this is all the resonant current. Discuss about power factor at resonance. At resonance, the inductive reactance is equals to capacitive reactance. We all know that, and hence the voltage across the inductor and capacitor cancel each other. The total impedance of circuit is resistance only. So the circuit behaves like a pure resistive circuit, and we know that in pure resistive circuit voltage and current are in same phase. Look here. Okay, so V and I are in same phase direction. Therefore, the phase angle between voltage and current is 0 and the power factor is unity. Now we can conclude some formula from this picture. So the relationship between resonance, bandwidth, selectivity and quality factor for a series resonance circuit being defined as number 1, resonance frequency FR, XL equals to XC, that's mean omega RL equals minus omega RC equals to 0, or we can write omega R square equals to 1 by LC or omega R equals to 1 by root over LC. Now current number 2 at omega R ZT mean and IS max, we can write I max equals to V max by Z. We can also write V max by root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square equals to V max by root over R square plus omega RL minus omega 1 by omega RC whole square. Now 3 lower cut frequency FL at half power PM by 2, this is the half power, and we can write I equals to IM by root 2, which is equals to 0.707 IM, and Z equals to root over 2R, and X equals to minus R, which is capacitive. So omega L equals to minus R by 2L plus root over R by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC. And the upper cut frequency half power PM by 2, I equals to IM by root 2, which is 0.707 IM, Z equals to root over 2R, X equals to plus R, which is inductive. That was capacitive and it is inductive. Now omega H equals to plus R by 2L plus root over R by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC. Now 5 bandwidth. So bandwidth equals to FR by Q, which is mean FH minus FL, R by L rats or R by 2 pi L hertz. And quality factor Q equals to omega RL by R, which is equals to XL by R. We can also write 1 by omega RCR and XC by R, and also we can write 1 by R root over L by C. So that's all the formula. By this formula we will solve some mathematics. So let us discuss about the first example, mathematics of series resonance. So the question is, a series resonance network consisting of a resistor of 30 ohm, a capacitor of 2 microfarad and an inductor of 20 millihenry is connected across a sinusoidal supply voltage which has a constant output of 9 volts at all frequency. Calculate the resonant frequency, the current at resonance, the voltage across the inductor and capacitor resonance, the quality factor and the bandwidth of the circuit. Also sketch the corresponding current waveform for all frequencies. Okay, so one by one we will discuss about everything. So this is the circuit. Resistance is 30 ohm, inductor 20 millihenry and capacitor 2 microfarad, and sinusoidal voltage is 9 volts. Okay, so number one, resonant frequency fr equals to 1 by 2 pi root over LC. So from this we can calculate the value, which is 796 hertz. Very easy. Number two, circuit current resonance Im. So I equals to V by R. Easily we can calculate 9 by 30, which is equals to 0.3 ampere. Okay, and number three, inductive reactance and resonance XL equals to 2 pi FL. You can also write 2 pi into 796 into 0.02, which is equals to 100 ohm. Okay, now the voltage across the inductor and the capacitor, VL and VC. So VL equals to VC because of resonance. So VL equals to I into XL, which is 300 milliampere into 100 ohm. This is VL equals to 30 volt. Note that the supply voltage may be only 9 volts, but at resonance the reactive voltage across the capacitor VC and the inductor VL are 30 volts peak. Okay, now quality factor Q. So Q equals to XL by R. From here we can calculate the value, 100 by 30, 3.33. Because of this is ratio, so no unit. And bandwidth, BW equals to FR by Q, 796 by 3.33. We know the all value, so bandwidth is 238 hertz. Number 7, the upper and lower minus 3 decibel frequency point, which is FH and FL. So FL equals to FR minus 1 by 2 bandwidth. So 796 minus 1 by 2, 238, which is 677 hertz. And FH equals FR plus half bandwidth. So 796 plus half into 238, which is 915 hertz. Now last, current waveform. So this is the current waveform. Bandwidth 230H, value of FL 677 hertz, FR 796, FH 915, and this is the 3 decibel point, and this is the peak point. Okay, now comes to the next mathematics of series resonance. Number 2, example number 2. So question is, a series circuit consists of resistance 4 ohm and inductance of 500 millihenry and a variable capacitance connected across 100 volt 50 hertz supply. Calculate the capacitance required to produce a series resonant condition and the voltage generated across both the inductor and the capacitor at the point of resonance. So we all know that in resonance XL equals to XC. Okay, so XL equals to 2 pi FL. The answer is XL equals to 2 pi FL equals to 2 pi into 50 into 0.5, which is 157.1 ohm. So at resonance we know that XC equals to XL, so XC is also 157.1. From here we can calculate the value of C, capacitor. C equals to 1 by 2 pi FXC, which is equals to 20.3 microfarad. So voltage across the inductor and the capacitor VL and VC we have to calculate. So we know that IS equals to V by R, which is equals to 25 amperes, and at resonance VL equals to V. So we all know that. So VL equals to I into XL, which is 25 into 157.1. So because of VL equals to VC, so VL equals to 3927.5 volts or 3.9 kilovolt, and VC is same, 3.9 kilovolt. So this is all. So very simple mathematics. If you know the series resonance circuit perfectly, so it will be very easy to you. Now comes to the application of series RLC resonance circuit. So since resonance in series RLC circuit occurs at particular frequency, so it is used for filtering and tuning purpose, as it does not allow unwanted oscillation that would otherwise cause signal distortion, noise and damage to circuit to pass through it. Now if we discuss about the summary of this series RLC resonant circuit. So for a series RLC circuit at certain frequency called resonance frequency, the following point must be remembered. So at resonance, inductive reactance XL is equals to capacitive reaction XC, we all know that, and total impedance of circuit becomes minimum, which equals to R, that's means Z equals to R. And number 3, circuit current becomes maximum as impedance reduce, I equals to V by R. Voltage across inductor and capacitor cancel each other, so voltage across resistor VR equals to V, which is supply voltage. And since net reactance is 0, circuit become purely resistive circuit, and hence the voltage and the current are in same phase, so the phase angle between them is 0, and power factor is unity, and frequency at which resonant in series RLC circuit occurs is given by 1 by 2 pi root over LC. Already we have discussed all the things, so this is the summary of series RLC circuit. So this is all about this lecture. Now I will discuss about some reference book of this course and also for this lecture. So first book is Circuit Theory and Networks by S.P. Ghosh and A.K. Chakraborty. Second book is Circuit Theory, Analysis and Synthesis by Abhijit Chakraborty. The third book is Circuit and System by K. M. Soni. This is an old book but very good book according to me. Now Network Analysis and Synthesis by Ravish R. Singh. The next book is Electric Circuit Analysis by P. Ramesh Babu. This is also very good book. And Network and System by D. Roy Choudhury. So thank you, hope you all enjoy my lecture, and if you have any query then comment in my comment box. I will definitely reply to your comment. So for more video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you, stay safe and stay happy.